My teammates just thought it was funny. Like, if I get struck out and someone's talking to me and they're telling me to stick to YouTube or something, they think it's hilarious. Not me, though. I walk to the dugout mad. But, if people are talking on the field, especially the pitcher, if you get me round one, I got 2 more at-bats against you, homie. Like, I'm going to get you one time.
You know how this goes.
Hello, everybody. How's it going? I'm Travelle Gaines, and I'm just amazingly blessed to be up here with some of the best athletes in the world, let alone from California. We got Gabe, we got Deshonne, and we have Tajh, just incredible athletes from their respective sports. And so I think the first thing that I want to do is I want to kick it off, first starting off with Gabe. Gabe, what are some of your greatest accomplishments on the field and off the field?
I think my biggest last year, my junior year of high school, with my team, we won a CIF championship. So, and then we lost in the state finals. It's always like you sucks. You say, oh yeah, we won the CIF championship, but then you're like, oh yeah, we lost the state. But that was probably the best run of baseball I've ever played. It was really funny.
Absolutely. Deshonne, what about you?
I'll say that my freshman year, I won like Athlete of the Year. And we won the CIF title. And I hold a record for the 100-meter at 10.42. So I'll say that was a great accomplishment.
I want everybody to really understand this, They introduced him as a 4-star football player, but he is by far probably the fastest athlete west of the Atlantic Ocean. So I want you guys to also know that. Unbelievable in track and field. So, he's not just a talent in football and track and field, he's amazing too. Tahj, what about yourself?
Well, I haven't really won nothing yet, but for myself, I think I made a name for myself this past summer. I just been working, so I probably just showing my talent and who I really am. I think that's what I accomplished.
It's funny when you say something like that, because when you say that you haven't won nothing yet, I disagree. Because you can look at it as it's a team accomplishment or individual accomplishment, and what you've been able to do so far. I mean, you're a bad man, just the way you play and the way you move, and I think you're arguably probably the best player any level, freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior in the country. So I just want to give you props on that, so you know that. So we're going to start back with you, Tajh. We're going to keep the hot seat on you. Tell us your training regimen and when you start to take it serious, and what have you been doing to really keep your game at the top level that it's at?
Well, in the 8th grade, going to the 9th grade is when I started really taking it serious. With my dad, it was on the phone. I used to live in North Carolina, so it was on the phone. We sat there on the phone talking about if I really wanted to do this or not. I told him, yeah, it's time. Came back out here, and in the summer was working out every day, 3 or 4 times, and then I just really started to improve from where I was, and after that it's just been a schedule, so I just been keep going.
Deshonne is one of my favorite follows on social media because I like seeing his training content. Him and his dad's always working and always getting into it. He seems like he's working out 24/7. So Deshonne, at what point did you really start taking training serious?
I'll say it really started young, around 7th grade. I'll say my trainer, he really helped me a lot, really prepping me to the next level, and I feel like he helped me just get to that training mentality, just going at it every day. So I'll say yeah.
For sure. And Gabe, man, baseball's my favorite sport.
Yes, sir.
When did you start taking it serious?
Probably 8th grade, and then going into freshman year. Started training every day. Started, playing with better travel ball teams, organizations, and then definitely going into my junior year, I transferred to a baseball academy, and then that was really fun because we started, you practice like D1 players. So, you practice every day, you do school for 2 hours, whatever. Well, you probably do more school in college, but, it was fun. You definitely better training there.
And we're going to keep this next question with you. And speaking of, being able to train and go to school for only an hour, what you said, how were you able to balance what was required from you from school and also being in the national spotlight?
It was actually really hard. My mom was on me every day. You got to get this work in because at that point it's on myself. Since it's all online, it's really up to me if I want to get the work in or not, especially on the field too. It's if I don't want to practice, then I'm not going to get nowhere. So definitely having people around me to push me and made it really easy.
Deshonne, when you had so much success as a freshman, right, on the track field and on the football field, how tough has it been to play at that level, to stay at that level of being a national recruit and one of the best running backs in the country?
I try to hold myself to a standard I accomplished all this stuff, but I really want to keep it to where I still have to prove and still have to work hard, because if I just stop putting the work in, then everything would just go away. So I just keep there and just try to keep pushing every day harder and harder.
Absolutely. Tajh, you just went through the gauntlet of the summer programs. I think you guys got, one more thing? Is Peach Jam or something coming up?
Yeah, Peach Jam.
Yeah, so you have to see it at a very high level. You're also a legacy athlete, with your dad being one of the best NBA players. How's it been for you just going through these challenges?
Well, just knowing I have a target on my back, with my dad being who he was, it's just everybody's going to give you their best shot. So with knowing that, you got to just work 10 times harder. And people think oh, your dad was in the NBA, it's gonna be easy for you. It's not easy at all. It's actually kind of harder.
Deshonne, what about yourself? What do you think about the current state of where amateur athletics and high school athletics is at?
The social media world is so big in today's world, and it's you can have one good clip and you just send it everywhere, and it really get your name out there. So I feel just a new generation of this new social media world is just really good for just young athletes that's trying to get recognition and stuff.
And keeping this next question right here with you, Gabe, because I think you've taken advantage of this more than anybody. What advice do you have for the younger athletes coming up on how to get recognized, how to stand out in just an increasingly competitive landscape?
I think the best thing that I did was just be myself, because I feel like everyone sees you on the court, on the field, whatever. They see you with that mentality, but then what do they see behind closed doors when you're not on the field? Your personality, how are you acting? Are you joking with your friends? What are you posting? Are you dancing like Jared McCain just got drafted? I think he did a really good job showing his personal side, and then once he gets on the court, he's a dog. So I think definitely just following that.
It's funny because when you look at Jared McCain, right, a lot of people just see his TikTok videos, but when you meet him or you're around him, you understand he loves basketball. He loves basketball. Maybe 30 minutes of his day is spent on, doing the TikTok video. So that was a very great example. So I'm gonna keep this question with you, Tahj, because you kind of brought it up earlier, right? So how do you keep the focus on your team while you yourself, from an individual level, is on such a national high platform?
Well, knowing that me being on that platform, it actually can help my teammates out too, so we can all come up together. With scouts coming to see me, or people coming to see me, they're also there, and that gives them an opportunity to shine too. So I just feel with me being up there, it helps everybody on my team.
So Gabe, does the fame that comes with the attention that you've gotten, how does that interfere with your team's success, or how does it interfere really with what you're trying to accomplish or what your team overall is trying to accomplish, knowing that people are just coming just to see you? How does that make you feel?
My teammates just thought it was funny. If I get struck out and someone's talking to me and they're telling me to stick to YouTube or something, they think it's hilarious. Not me though. I walk to the dugout mad, but but I think just keeping a level head, tunnel vision, just trying to ignore it, because people always got something to say nowadays.
Always,
especially online. I read all of them, man. Most of them are funny, so I just laugh at them too. But if people are talking on the field, especially the pitcher, if you get me round one, I got 2 more at bats against you, homie. I'm gonna get you one time.
So, the next question I want you to think about, Gabe, is what's something that you want people to understand about you that you just go through by just being a young athlete, especially being someone that has such a huge social media following?
I think since with baseball, it's such a failure sport. You fail so much. You're hitting 300, you're hitting 3 times out of 10. So when you see me play, and I think it comes with the negative comments, they think, oh, baseball's so easy, you should try it. Because hitting that ball will change you, really. So I think just letting me do me, and then I think I'll be fine. But I think it's just hard because baseball's so tough. I mean, football, basketball as well, but baseball that ball is just different.
You have to make a decision in a split second as the ball's coming up the pitcher's hand if you're going to swing or not. It's an unbelievably tough sport, so I commend you for getting through it and building up a platform and being where you're at. Tajh, I got a question for you. So you're the son of a very famous and accomplished father who played in the NBA. What's the additional pressure that you feel that you get from having the name and your father being a presence in what you've done?
Well, since I can remember, like when I first started playing basketball, it's always like, oh, that's Travelle Ariza's son. Like, let's go after him. He's weak. People always trying to like go at me, and it just made me like stronger as a person, and like made me want to fight for my own name and be like, oh yeah, that's Tahj Ariza. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like that. So it actually helped me a lot.
I like that mentality, man. I'm gonna start having that mentality when I go and play 2K, because everybody's coming after me in 2K because I'm really good at it, So, Deshonne, I got a question for you. In this new world of NIL, how aware are you of your brand? How aware of you, and how early were you when you started to think about your brand? Although it's been 3 years since NIL has started, right? And these guys have clearly taken advantage of it and done a good job with it. When did you start really thinking about your brand and thinking about NIL and just really your own personal brand and what it stood for?
I'll say that like the world in NIL space, I feel like it's a crazy space. It's a good way for athletes to make money, but it's just all about how you are personally, and you don't want to. Nobody is gonna want to put money into you if you're like not a good person. So I feel like if you just keep just being good, and have high character, and you'll be good.
Absolutely. You three guys are all three amazing kids. I must say that, by the way. I'm going to spend my 7-year-old over with you guys. You guys can spend some time with him and get him going, man. So, Gabe, I have a question for you. So, how has your social media presence affected actually your sport?
I don't think it affects it that much because it's kind of off the field, but it just definitely brings more eyes on me, more pressure. Because people are going to look up my stats. People are going to want to come see me play. So it makes you just feel like you have to just be that good when they're there. You don't want to let people down.
And sticking with that, Gabe, so you've been unbelievably successful with building your brand as a content creator. What have you learned, and what are some of the tips that you can give young athletes to help them build their brand?
Definitely just be yourself. Like, it's that simple. People are going to see that you're a good person, and they're going to want to invest in you and see what you're about. So I think if you're doing crazy stuff online, you like being mean to people online and all that stuff, people aren't going to want to put that money into you or just even talk to you.
Absolutely. So the next question is for Deshonne. What opportunities have come your way that's helped you, in your opinion, build your brand?
I feel like just the way I perform on the field, I feel like every time I post I got an offer, it just goes crazy, and everybody just it draws a lot of attention. So I feel like just having that, and it brings a lot of opportunities to the door.
When you're that fast, you get a lot of opportunities, man. I was never as fast as you. That's why I'm sitting here interviewing you right now. So Tajh, when you look at just the different opportunities you have, how do you navigate through them, and what takes place to get to the point for you to decide, hey, I'm going to take this deal or I'm not going to take that deal? What's your kind of process that you go through?
Well, I just think what best fits for me. But I also got my village around me, like my family and, Clutch. They help me navigate what's good and what's bad for me.
Where's Erica from Vallejo? Where's she at? I saw her. Oh, yeah, she's dope. For sure. So when it comes to just your overall, Tajh, just for you, when it comes to your overall athletic career, what do you really want to accomplish with your brand?
Well, what I want to accomplish is just, going to the league and beyond, being one of the greatest to ever do it. So, yeah.
That'll definitely get it done.
Yeah.
Deshonne, what's your goal? What do you want to accomplish with your brand?
I just want to just make a great name, leaving college. I feel like I want to be one of the most impactful players to be in college, and just to go in the NFL and just coming back because like football is gonna end one day. So I just want to open the mind and expand to see what else I'm good at.
Well, the great part about it is you're getting a head start of it now. You know, in years past, athletes had to wait till they were already a pro. So you're dealing with becoming a pro, and you're dealing with learning how to deal with all these opportunities now. As a 14, 15, 16-year-old, you get a chance to already, you know, have those abilities and see what the real business world is like. So, Gabe, what's your goal? What do you want to accomplish with your brand, and how far do you want to take it?
I definitely just want to make a name for myself. You know, social media is really hard, but I've been doing it for so long now. So I've been doing it since I was 11 years old. I've been in front of a camera. So definitely just making a name for myself. I want to be one of the top creators in the baseball scene, because it's a small scene. It just, like, the sport's growing a little bit, but I want to help it grow.
I felt you guys have all kind of touched on this a little bit, but just to wrap things up, I'm going to start with you, Tajh. What do you want your legacy to be?
I want my legacy to be like, oh, that's not Trevelle Ariza's son no more. That's Tahj Ariza. Like, oh, I want to be like him.
You want people to be like, when they see Trevor, be like, hey, that's Taj's dad.
Yeah,
over
that's
there.
Taj's dad. Fact.
Deshonne, for you, what do you want your legacy to be?
I just want to just impact everybody around me, like the youth. I just want people to know me for who I am on and off the field.
My man Gabe, last but not least.
I just want to inspire kids all around the world, you know, to show them that they can do both. They can do social media and play, you know, because I feel like some people feel like they have to choose one. But if you really can do both, you just got to work hard for it.
I want to thank you to be able to share the stage with you guys, and I want to thank everybody for listening to us today. And that's our time, and we are out.